So welcome back to our ongoing regular meditation session. So we're all gathering at this time to practice meditation. And I'm here to affiliate or encouraging you to practice. In the practice of a meditation, first of all, we have to work with the mind to be concentrated. It's called a samadhi. Once mind is concentrated or tamed, it has got the power. It's like electricity, that the water is concentrated and channeled through a small concentrated channels. And with that, the energy comes. Similarly, our mind, when it is scattered, it hasn't got the energy to work. So first, we work with the mind to be concentrated. Once it is concentrated, then it has got mind power. And this mind power, and then we can channel it to anywhere, to focus, to understand, to realize. But in the initial stage, to attain this samadhi, having a one-pointedness or a concentrated mind is not easy. So we have to have a significant confidence within ourselves and within the technique, and with that we can attain the concentration much easier. Once the attainment of the concentration, then we can channel it to understand other stuffs, other things. And naturally, according to the Buddhist practice of a meditation, we channel that energy to understand our own body. And with this, we become a very conscious and awareness of our own body. And this is called the sati, or the mindfulness, or mindfulness of the body. And here, when we talk about the mindfulness of the body, talking of awareness of our previous body, and then the future body, and then the present body. It's called atita, which is the past body. That means ability to comprehend ever since we are conscious about our own physical body, whether that's after 2-3 years old, or maybe 10 years old, or basically returning back or reversing our age and looking at our own physical body, that how my body was. And with this, you will understand that it is changing, and changing to this form of the present body. And also awareness of the future body, that how will I be. And this future body, we can imagine or reflect that getting to be sick, and getting fragile, and then getting old, unable to functioning some part of the body, some sort of like that. And this is also known as being mindful of the body in the past, present, and the future. And particularly, in order to gain wisdom, we have to focus on the present body, because past is already gone, it's just a memory, and the future yet to come, just a speculation. So that's why there is a saying, that the past is a memory, future is the mystery, present moment is the mastery. Now we have to be master of the present moment awareness of the body. And when we are aware of this body, then again, this body is as a part of the functioning along with the breath coming in and going out, and it's combination of so many other organs and other parts of the body. Starts off with the whole body is covered with the skin or bag of the skin. That's why we have called this Tachapanchaka Kamathana, which is a practice of bodily contemplation, 32 parts of the body, and starting from hair of the body, hair of the head, hair of the body, a nail, a teeth, and a flesh, like that. And this is again contemplating on this physical body which is present here. And when we are conscious about this physical body in the presentness here and now, it moves, it sits, and a gross level of knowing it is sitting, walking, standing, and sleeping. And within this body again, this is a subject to decay, subject to decay, and never will be remain the same. Now further on, when we are conscious about this body, what happens is that we will be able to notice the feelings, how the feelings generates in the present moment. And those feelings are conditioned by the body and the awareness of the body. And this feeling again has got so many other factors, sometimes due to our ignorance, our craving, we attach to the pleasant sensations, and we want to detach from the unpleasant sensations, and so and so. And when we are looking at this, channeling our mind to be mindful of these sensations, we see that we are constantly attentive of this sensation. Our mind is always there, always present to know. And sometimes this mind has got the greediness, and sometimes it's just the emptiness, other times just the disappointment, and other time accumulation of so many other stories and vicious stories, making us anxious and depression and stress and such and such. But the more we become mindful of it, we will be able to understand that these are simply factors that arises due to the conditions and vanishes away. Okay, and this is known as Mahasatipatthana, the practice of 4 foundations of mindfulness. So as we channeled our mind power to understand this body sensation, feelings, and the mind object and the nature, then we will be able to understand in entirety. This is known as practice of a Satipatthana. So with this in mind, let's practice meditation, just to first of all have a concentrated mind, to develop mind power within ourselves, and then if possible channeling our awareness to the body, understanding feeling and the mind objects. Okay, so sitting comfortably, relax, leaving all your responsibilities aside, and gently be mindful of the present moment awareness of this body sitting here in a relaxed position. You may imagine the statue of the Buddha, how dignified, calmly, cross-legged, upright position, sitting smiling with a compassionate heart to oneself and then to others. And each breath you take, relax. Each breath you breathe out, release. An object, a primary object that you have chosen, whether the incoming breath or outgoing breath, or rising and falling of abdomen, whichever you've been practicing, let's settle your mind with the help of those primary objects. Suppose you're comfortable with the rising, falling of abdomen, then stay with that. And concentrating on it, let the mind fully absorb the process of a rising, falling as you breathe in and breathe out. Initial stage, you may have to recite mentally the rising, falling as it happens. When it is rising, mentally making a mental note of a rising, and when it's falling, making a mental note of a falling. So this is a deliberate engagement with the process of a calming meditation. But once you have fully understood the process of arising, falling, you don't have to note it, just watch, observe as they are. The more you become familiar with it, mind will less distract to the thoughts, to the emotions, to the sounds, but you become fully absorbed with the process of arising, falling. And which is similar to the breathing in and breathing out too. Initially, we observe the incoming breath and outgoing breath, and mentally making a note that I am breathing in and breathing out. So knowing the breathing in and breathing out. It's called so sato wa atsasati, sato wa patsasati. Simply knowing incoming breath and outgoing breath, and mentally making a note of that. And with that awareness, gradually you will be able to notice the different breaths. Other times, mind just drift away to the thoughts and distractions. Then simply, gently bring it back to be mindful of the incoming breath and outgoing breath. So be mindful and be conscious of what your decisions towards meditation, which one you have chosen to practice, chosen to be the primary object. Stick with that. Do not move on to one or another, moving at all the time. Be with one which you have chosen. So diligently practicing, settling down, grounding yourself on the primary object. Gain the concentration and fully absorb with that. And see the different and noticing the change of your observation. practice the loving kindness meditation. So relax yourself, adjust the sitting position, and bring your awareness to the body. Be mindful of any sensations that is taking place in your body. And bring that awareness to your hands, and to your heart, generating loving kindness and compassion towards yourself. May I be happy. Feel the sense of happiness throughout the body. May I be happy. May I be well. May I be free from suffering. May I be liberated. Similarly, sharing a loving kindness and compassion to all other sentient beings, starting from near dear ones. Whatever beings there are, visible and invisible beings, may they be happy. May they be well. May they be free from suffering. May they be free from physical and mental troubles. May they be free from hurtfulness and hatred. May they be liberated. Bring your attention to your hands and aware of the sensations in your hands and to your body. Awareness of the sensations in your body and to your eyes. And as you hear the gong slowly coming out from meditation, and reflect for a few moments. Let's pay respect.